They been doing a great job, man, competing. Both of them, I think, just got over 1,000 yards. You know, Mike been doing what he been doing, Mr. Consistent himself. I think if he do play 20 years, he will break a Jerry Rice record because he's that good at what he does. Yeah, they're a great group, man. It'll be a challenge for us now. Yeah. Tell me. Let me, please. I'm ready to laugh. You know I like to giggle.
What's the message from Matt Patricia this week? He told us that he wants you guys to be able to be fast and aggressive.
Yeah.
So with the game plan, I mean, there's been some adjustments and changes over the last month or so. With the game plan, do you think you guys will be able to play fast?
Oh, yeah. That's the goal, is always play fast and physical and smart football. So coach is going to do his best job in making sure that everybody know their details, and so we can go out here and execute.
So it's been, I guess, a month since you've been out on the field. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that time off might be beneficial for you, for your legs, a little fresher? Or?
Oh, yeah, I do feel a little fresher now, you know what I'm saying? But I did kind of miss being out there. I was kind of bored. So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting back out there, though.
How do you feel the time around this facility when you're around Philly? How do you pass the time when you're sitting around?
How I was passing time?
Yeah.
I go into meetings a little bit, talk a little, come back out, just get a little treatment, and go back in, talk some more. Try to just make the room kind of feel like I'm still in there, laughing and giggling, crack my jokes, keep the movement exciting.
You feel a sense of urgency this week going into the playoffs?
Well, I'm always having a sense of urgency.
The whole team.
Oh, yeah. Well, we all do. Yeah, we all ready. You know, we one of the 14 teams that's playing right now. So, yeah, we feeling damn good. It's hard to get in the playoffs and the postseason. So, thankfully, we one of them teams. So we got to go out here and enjoy it and come out with a dub and try to get this win.
Was it difficult for you to watch, especially that the results weren't what the team wanted the last few weeks?
Yeah, just not just by all that too as well, but just because I like to play the game, I love the game. So, but of course not winning, that's effective too. So, yeah, I was bored, man. Bored, just sitting there. Then it was cold some days, so it was stiff outside, and yeah, I was bored.
It's like, how much do you love this atmosphere? I mean, you're coming back now to be the playoff intensity and all that. How much do you love going out there with that intensity ramped up and everything? You seem like a guy who would love that.
Oh, man, my intensity is always ramped up, so it's like I'm always loving that. So, I don't know, it's just like a regular day for me. I know the game increased because, it's just playoff time, but for me, I think every game is a playoff game for myself. So I just go out here and play hard, get this team everything I got, my players everything I got, and just try to do my best job I could do to help us, secure a win.
What's the key when you're facing Mike Evans?
Oh, man, it's hard. He's one of the best to do it right now. He's historical right now. He's for sure a future Hall of Famer, first ballot. I don't know. It'd be crazy if he's not. 1,000 yards in 10 seasons every year. Even though guys like to look at stuff that need to be pretty, his work is explanatory. So, very, very good dude, man. I know him personally. Great guy, man. He works hard. It's always a great challenge. Me and him been going at it since college. So, since he's at Texas A&M. So this could be always a great matchup.
So you said on your podcast that there was a meniscus cleanup that needed done.
Yeah.
Did you know that going in, that there was a tear there? Or
I've been new about that since 2019. Yeah.
You playing with a torn meniscus?
Yeah. Yeah, getting it in. Yeah, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? So, I wanted to get this.
What do you tell the guys like Keely, Eli, the guys who are going through this for the first time?
What? Going through what?
Playoffs.
NFL playoffs. Yeah, this is good. Just to have their mind right, get focused, man. More details, be locked in on your stuff. And it's gonna be a different level, man. It could be, guys could be flying around because it's go home. You know what I'm saying? Do or die. So guys ain't looking to go home. So yeah, you'll see a lot of different changes.
You also said in your podcast that the regular seasons in the past, there's no stats, it's mano now. But what gives you the confidence after the way things have gone over the past month and change that Monday can be different for you guys and you guys can perform to the levels that you expect of yourselves?
Just because this is a new scenario. It's just clean. It's a clean slate. What we did is what we did. We're only going to be remembered by what we do now. Sure. I mean, a lot of teams that went through a lot of these situations before. So we just got to go out here and just play our brand of ball, play for each other, because, like I say, do or go home. And like I say, I ain't ready to go home yet. So I got kids at home. I'm ready to see them, but I ain't ready to go home that early yet. They just left me for Christmas break. They need a little more time away from me, so we're going to make that try to happen.
Just a few weeks removed from surgery. What's the status?
Say what?
How you feeling? Just a few weeks.
I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? Do what I do, feel good, and he feeling good. I feel young. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm really 21 at heart right now. So, Yeah, I'm not 33. I'm really like 21 right now. Feeling good.
You guys going on the road? I know you'd rather be at home, but you guys getting out of here and going on the road, could that be a good thing?
That might be a good thing right about now, you know what I'm saying, going on the road. So, but you know, we did one of the home games for the fans because they deserve it, but it might be a good thing to go on the road, man. Yeah, because, boy, they get the booing fast. So we don't need the booze, so, yeah. So, yeah, but other than that, man, yeah, it's always good to go on the road, go win at somebody else's house.
Obviously, a lot was made when Matt was named the play caller because of your history with him, you guys patching things up. But now you're actually going to play with him. Like you're actually going to be back there on the field with him calling the plays. What are your emotions when it comes to that?
I ain't got no emotions towards that. I'm just going out here to play. Like, it's more like playing for these guys, playing for this team, playing for this organization. So my emotions already be high. It's not an emotion that me and Matty P connecting back together because he's making play calls. We already saw that issue with us in during the regular season before he's making play calls that we was already cool and all that stuff. We was always talking ball anyway. So you know, it's just better that the fact that you know, he's in front of the room now. He's talking about it, and now the whole room can hear what he be telling me and stuff like that. What can go on, how he see the game, and all that kind of great stuff like that. So. Yeah, man, it wasn't no just crazy emotion about him making play calls, but I'm excited for it. I'm looking to, you know, communicate with him on the sideline on what I see out there. You know, he can help put calls to it.
How much do you feel like you're gonna, you know, try to ask to follow Mike Evans all the time, 100%?
Say again?
How much do you anticipate yourself, you know, asking Matt if you could follow Mike Evans around 100% for the entire game?
Well, it's just a lot different than, you know, back when that was. You know, Matty P was a different type of coaching scheme in Detroit. That's what he had me doing in Detroit. You know, in here, it's hard for him to put that type of scheme in that fast in that short amount of time when the guy's already learned the other defense. You know, so he's just doing his best he can, what he have, and you know, we here to support him to try to make sure we bring the calls to life. But anything he need me to do, if that's me following Mike anywhere, I will do that. He know that already. So yeah, whatever I need to do to get this team a dub, I'll do it. So it is what that is. Yeah.
See y'all Monday. We gon' see how this go. I ain't finna, you know, give y'all no pep talk about, oh, we been doing this and that. Nah, we going out there Monday with the plan to win, and that's that.
How excited are you for Monday?
Another opportunity, another day, another game to be played.
You get a feel of a sense of urgency this week now that it's playoff time?
It's just another game.
Just another game?
Chips are just a little bit high, you know, when I go home.
Wow.
How do you feel?
I'm good.
Good to go Monday night?
Yeah, I'll be there. Count me in.
Think you and AJ will be out there together?
I can't speak for him. You had to ask him that.
Yeah. You've been through the playoffs in college, and obviously last year you were around here. How much do you try not to take this kind of opportunity for granted? How special is it?
You don't take no opportunity for granted. Not just because it's playoffs. I mean, any game I go out there, I don't take for granted. So.
When you go back and you look at that film from the first game against Tampa Bay in September, did it kind of remind everybody of what this team was before kind of that slide at the end of the season?
Yeah, definitely. But they're not the team that they were then. They're a whole lot more, you know, a better team that we're going against. They do some things differently, so we'll have to see.
It was really tough to not be out there last week.
I think it was, you know, smart decision. Yeah.
If it was a playoff game, could you have played?
You count me in.
Going on the road, you guys, I know you'd probably rather be home, but going on the road, is that something that could help you guys maybe grow a little together on the trip?
I mean, for me, going on the road is a lot funner. You know, feel a whole lot better when you're going, you know, somebody else's territory, and you know, play how you're supposed to play.
So your old ball coach Nick Saban retiring. What did you learn most from him? Like, what do you still use today when you're here in the NFL?
Just being a man. I mean, nothing, you know, football related. What stuck out to me most is, you know, him teaching us to be men in life. You know, football can only take you so far, but, you know, the way that you treat people and things like that, the way that you carry yourself, you know, that takes you a whole lot farther.
Did the decision surprise you at all, and how did you hear about it?
I mean, yeah, it surprised me because, I mean, somebody like him, you expect him to be coaching forever. I mean, I just heard about it on social media.
To text him or try calling him at all?
Nah, man, I let Coach Saban have his time, man.
You saw last week Wink Martindale bringing all the blitzes that he did, and this week are you guys kind of on high alert because obviously Todd Bowles blitzes as much as anybody in the NFL, and maybe every single position on the offense being on high alert?
I mean, I think that's kind of, the plan that everybody claimed they have. Like I say, I ain't got no pep talk for y'all. We go out there and we're going to see.
Yeah, we had a good team meeting today, talking about a lot of different things that we need to do this week, and different keys that are going to be important to winning the game. And I think everybody is ready to go. We've been waiting for the playoffs since the season ended last year. So we finally got here, and I think everybody in this building is ready to make a statement to show what we can do.
Playoff, Fletch?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So give us an idea of the temperature of this team coming back in here. Playoff game now, even though you guys have lost some games in a row. Playoff time.
Yeah, man, you can feel the intensity. Everybody, the sense of urgency around the building, it's up. Obviously, it's the postseason, so everybody's sense of urgency is up. Players, coaches, cafeteria staff, the cleaning staff, everybody's here. So the entire staff, the intensity is up. So that's a good thing, a positive thing, coming in this week about, after, what we went through the last few weeks, so that's a good thing.
When you heard, I guess, no walkthrough today, it's a practice, and maybe padded practice, right? Do you think that's a good thing here?
Yeah, we practiced today, Hargrave, by the way. You say we don't practice, so. But yeah, we practiced today, so we always practice around here. We practice hard when we do practice. The guys do a really good job. Coach do a really good job of, taking care of us. We all know it's a long season, but we had some time off. Coach probably want to get guys, back running around, getting their hands together. Hands right. Me, myself, I don't mind it. Good physical practice. So it'll be short, but I'm sure we need it.
What do you take out of that first game that you had against Tampa Bay? I guess it was like 3 months ago now. You guys played a pretty complete game down there.
It was. I think, the biggest thing is, we was really good in early downs, first and second down. We know that they were a really good team at that time of a 50-50 offense, being able to run and throw the ball when they got ready. But they're still playing at a really high level right now. So we just got to continue doing what we're doing, stick to the game plan, come out, start really fast, which I don't think we have the last few weeks. Defensively, get a couple 3 and outs, give our offense, those extra possessions.
BG said a point of emphasis this week is remembering who we are. Is that important to kind of get back on track and put the past in the past 6 weeks?
Yeah, you got to continue to keep grinding this thing away, right? We know, there's the best teams are still playing football right now, right? So we know we just got to keep on, and why not us?
Fletch, you guys talked after the Giants game about 0-0, it's a new season now, and being able to push the reset button. Do you feel like that being around the guys, the reset button was pushed and you guys are ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, you can just tell the sense of urgency around the building. Like I just spoke about, the sense of urgency in the meetings, guys are just honed in. And, we talked about, the usher instincts, when a playoff comes around. Those are things, and that means a lot. Coach White said that this morning. He might be mad at me that I said this, but I appreciate his message this morning when he opened the meetings up for the defense. And I think that's that little sparking in a few guys.
You guys, you've been in the playoffs a lot in your career. Now that you're getting towards the end of it, how do you make sure you guys, younger guys especially, don't take this kind of opportunity for granted, and how special is it?
You got to embrace every chance that you get to play in the postseason. There's so many Hall of Famers out there that's played a lot of football that's never won, never been to a playoff game. I won't go on the list of naming those guys, but you're talking really, really good players, guys that's got to go jacking, and you have to respect that and know that how hard it is to get there.
What do you think? Obviously, last year, home for the playoffs. What do you think the difference is going on the road this year? I mean, do you think it kind of maybe can bring everybody even closer together, having hit the road together here?
I think we don't have a choice but to bring each other together. We know that right now if we're going to make this happen, it's got to get done on the road. That being said, going on the road can be a really good thing sometimes, just less distractions. Kind of worrying about a whole lot of things. All you got to do is worry about is, put the ball down and play ball.
What's your role as a veteran on this team to keep everybody together and perhaps even mentor some of the young guys who are experiencing this for the first time?
Just having different ways to touch different guys, knowing how to handle Jordan, knowing how to handle, JC, knowing how to handle BG, things that you say to him, and I respect the same thing, when guys get on me about, something that I may be, may be doing or may not be doing, BG don't mind calling me out on some things, it don't matter, and those guys that you need, we need everybody, and it's going to take everybody. We got some guys dinged up, but, at the end of
the day that we're all pros, and like I just said, we're going to need everybody.
Fletcher, I know every year the team gets changed over, new guys come in. Do you ever let yourself think, maybe somewhere in the back of your head, that this could be the last time I line up with a guy like DG?
You just cherish every moment you get a chance to go out there and play with those guys. You don't take it for granted, like I just said.
That's the challenge, and that's what we're gonna make sure that we put out there this week is playing our ball, and at the end of the day it's just about us going out and being us, and don't worry about nothing. Just go out and be the best you, and I'm gonna be the best me, and I'm gonna trust that you're gonna do the same.
When you say remember who we are, did you feel like guys had forgotten who you guys were?
Well, no, it's just the last game wasn't us, you know what I'm saying? But we put that out there, but we know we better than that. And then, we got a lot of guys like, that's gonna be together. That's back. You got Slay coming back. You got some guys, that's getting their feet, up under them like DeVonta and them that I feel is gonna start really helping us, and everything. And so, man, I'm just excited to just get another opportunity. But I want to make sure that this ain't our last one.
What did stand out about that Bucs team?
You know what? They just fought to the end. They fight. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got two studs and receivers, 13 and Godwin. And, just trying to make sure that we, attack them up front and get back to, being in the backfield a little bit, especially as a D-line, because we know it's all start up front. And we got to make sure we affect the game because, these last couple weeks, or if not a month and a half, we haven't affected it as much as we wanted to. So we got to get back to that.
Yesterday, Matt Patricia said that the hardest part about Baker Mayfield is getting him to the ground. He has a lot of lower body strength.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys take that into consideration when you don't want him to be able to extend plays on Monday?
Well, we just got to make sure we get numbers to the ball on him, and then we rush cohesively together, and just got to make sure that that we do that part, and everything else just happen how it's supposed to. But we just got to make sure we stand on the same page up front and attacking.
What was Nick's reasoning?
Why it's been so hard to kind of get the quarterback to the ground these past few weeks?
Well, you know what, we got a new opportunity this week, and we ain't planning to miss when we out there. But we just got to make sure that we get it done, and I just think. It's just all kind of different things on why, we haven't got there. But, right now, everything is going to be thrown. Everything is up this week. And so we got to make sure that we just execute and make sure that, we keep that will about us.
Nick switched it up from a walkthrough to a practice today. What's his reasoning behind that? Why do you think he needs?
Well, it's you could always we did this last year. As far as when we get to it's just like a whole little refocus, and then with the pads on you can see everything at fast pace, and I'm excited for it. Nobody was really crying about it or nothing like that. It's just more like we just get some more reps with the pads on.
You've been to the playoffs a lot. When you were younger and obviously now as an older player, how do you make sure that the younger guys don't take this for granted and this opportunity that's now in front of you?
Well, we just got to show them the intensity by how we practice as vets, and they pretty much follow on how we go. And so that's the challenge for me, to make sure I go out and bring the energy, let them know that it's going to be much faster than regular season and a lot hyper, because everybody knows what's at stake. And so you should have a sense of urgency about you. And so it got to start with us, with the vets, and usually trickle down to everybody. So I'm gonna make sure I'm bringing it out there today.
BG, when you're watching tape from a game all the way back in week 3, you hear coaches say they don't remember team until week 4 or 5. How much changes in an opponent, and how much can you actually take from that game?
Well, they have changed quite a bit, but some stuff stayed the same, and we just got better with that. And so we just got to make sure what they got better with, that we able to stop them. And so that's the challenge every week. There's going to be little wrinkles in there. They're going to do some things that they probably haven't shown. But then once it's just about adjusting and executing our game plan. But I just know that at the end of the day, it's about us going out there and being together and competing together and making our plays when they come our way.
What's the biggest difference between the way your defensive played that day and the way you guys have played?
Well, you know what? I just know that what we put out these past month and a half is not going to be that. So that's what I do know, and I just know that we got a lot of pride in our room, and a lot of people know that wasn't good enough, and so I just say that we know that we got a real chance right now to clean up all that on what it was before and what we just did, and let's get back to what we know we can be, and that's going out there and being dominant defense and being together.
If I could follow up on that though, that was a similar message to what you had after the Arizona game, for instance, right? So,
yep.
So like, I guess why is it different this time?
Because it got to be, because it's got to have it right now. So if it ain't, then we gonna be home anyway. So, but I don't think that the guys want to go home, but we do gotta go prove it. To what you saying, we gotta actually go do it instead of just talk about it. So that's why I didn't want to make up nothing. It was the same thing. It's just more about us just going to do it.
I know each of your teams is different.
I ain't really been thinking about that part. I just more about trying to finish out this year the right way and giving ourselves the best chance to go out and finish the right way by just going out executing, being together, knowing what's at stake right now. It's all or nothing, and because we know next year the team's gonna be different. The coach is going to be different. Everything's going to be different. So it's just more about trying to take advantage of and help some people for what's going to happen next year.
Did the change from Desai to Patricia prove to be more challenging?
You know what? You're going to have to ask them on that. I think, we professionals. We're going to go out and execute, do what we do. And I know that coach tried to make it similar and add some different things in and, on his style, on what he wants. And, I would think that that's a fair question for them.
He did say he's, put some things in, some adjustments and stuff like that, but he wants this team to be able to play fast and aggressive this week. Do you think you'll be able to? Is there a little simplification there eventually?
Well, I think so. I think we are going to play based off the game plan. But, I'm excited. That's why I say I can't wait, because it's going to be just guys going out, being able to play fast and beat them.
What have you seen from the guys this week, knowing that it's a do or die week, that you don't have a next week guarantee?
Say that again?
What have you seen from the guys in the early part of this week, knowing that nothing is guaranteed beyond this week?
Well, only thing I saw already was just the focus in the weight room. The everybody getting the work in. You don't see nobody just trying to, just say, everybody got a sense of urgency about them because they know what's at stake. They know that we get another chance at it, and we know that we ain't got a lot of people believing, so that's even better. So we out here, just it's on us on whatever we put out, and so I'm hoping it's the best that we putting out. Our best is yet to come right now.
Brandon, what do you notice that a couple of the younger guys, Jordan and Jalen, of the second half of the season, what's key for that?
Just getting back to that excitement of just them, because the media and all the people that's talking can definitely wear on you a little bit, because you might not have as much success, especially in the stretch down the line. But all can be forgiven if everything goes well in the playoff, and you were a main part of why that happened. And so I just told them, focus on this week, because all that stuff is in the past now. What you do now, people remember you more for, because right now we going towards trying to win the championship. I do think we could be that. The team that flipped the switch. You know what I'm saying? And but like I told you, we gotta go out there and do it. I don't want to talk about it too much. Just more about let me see it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm so excited for this week. Can't wait. Just trying to preserve everything right now. Just trying to get this work in one day at a time, and keep that smile up as much as I can through the week, because it's all business when we go down there.
Did it surprise you, the decision, or how did you hear about it? Also,
people had texted me. Mac Jones texted me about it, and we kind of figured that. I don't think, if it was up to him, he'd probably still coach into his 90s. I'm sure he's not completely done with football. I'm sure he'll have, I don't know what people do after the clinics or however it goes, or speaking events. But, yeah, it's I'm happy for him. I think he's in a good place, but it's tough to kind of watch somebody like him just step away. But
what's the biggest thing that you learned from your time there and from him that you still use to this?
I mean, really, just how to carry yourself as a person, how to be a man. I think like I was saying earlier, the biggest thing that I think he's done is not necessarily the wins and losses on the field, but it's developing those kids that come in, 17, 18-year-old kids that come in and teaching them what it is to be a man, how to carry yourself, how to have some accountability in life, own up to things. And I think that was the biggest thing that he was able to teach me.
Did you have like a personal Nick Saban moment, where there's a story of just something he said to you, or something that you'll never forget?
I mean, honestly, I think like the national championship game when I was coming off an ACL surgery, and just running and picking him up was my first thought after we won. And I don't think the docs were happy about it, but I mean, I was just the first person that I went to, and I was like, he meant a lot to me. He changed my life from and put me in a position where I could be where I am today.
How many snaps did you play in that game?
I think 2.
2 snaps. Yeah. Okay, but he made sure that you were going to play, right?
He let me go in. I don't know if he really wanted to, but yeah.
When you go into this game against Tampa Bay with all the blitzing that Todd Bowles does,
yeah,
is it kind of good in a way that you experienced all of that this week going against Wink, and maybe you're on high alert with kind of the way you guys handle it?
I mean, with Wink, and obviously having played Todd Bowles, I don't know how many times since I've been here. I think 4 now. Just 4, and I'm not even sure, but obviously an extremely good coordinator, guy knows how to scheme up things and call blitzes and pressures and run a good defense. So any experience you have running against other teams, and I mean every team in the NFL blitzes, they have different packages, and I think Todd Bowles does a great job of scheming things up to the guys that he's playing, and we'll face him again and see what his plan is. So yeah.
And you guys believe you'll be better this week as an offense, not just line, quarterback, coaching, everything together?
I think that's the goal every week. We don't come in and say we want to get shittier.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Landon, you guys talked after the Giants game about 0-0 and getting a chance now for a new season. How have you guys been able to buy into that? Do you feel like everybody has pushed that reset button this week?
Man, that's how it is every week. Really doesn't matter, what, even if it was a regular season, whatever game happened last week or in the past, you can't change it. You can't do anything about it. You just fix what you can, look at the film, and move on. That's how it is. We're 0-0 every week, going into every week, and that's been the mindset.
When you go back and look at that film of that game in September against Tampa Bay, you guys ran the ball really well, passed the ball. You kind of remind you of what you guys were to get to that 10-1 record until you guys had a slump?
We're still the same team, regardless of the record. It's the same guys in this locker room, same team. So, whatever the coaches put together game plan-wise, we're going to attack it, go out here and practice, get everything in, talk through things, and, get back to it. I mean, we're here to play football, yeah.
I want to ask you about playing center
yeah.
in the Giants game there. How'd that feel to kind of, get some time at center?
I mean, we're putting the guys out there that, need to be out there, getting, Kels and Lane some rest, and Juergens had something happen and he wasn't able to finish. So, it is what it is. You get put out there, and I play offensive line, so if I need to slide into center, then so be it. So that's just what it was.
You're pretty comfortable?
I mean, I've done it in the past, and we practice it. Obviously, we have quite a few guys here that play backup center. Like, you always have to have just in case scenarios. So, I felt comfortable going into the game, and a little rusty, snapping the ball, but got into a rhythm of things.
How about reading defenses and stuff?
Making the calls?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, we do a lot of communicating. It's, Kels does a lot of it, but, being beside him and seeing, knowing how he sees things and treats things, it's, easy, sliding over.
Could you do the tush push?
I mean, I'm sure I never practiced it, but, I mean, I'd like to get a couple snaps in practice before I tried it, but I was, in the game, whatever situation was going to come up, I was going to do it.
Landon, some guys can go a whole career without really ever getting to play in the postseason, the playoffs. How do you guys, how do you go about making sure you don't take these kind of things for granted?
I mean, you just have an appreciation for the game, and I think what is it, just 14 teams left right now. So, we're lucky to be playing at this time of year. It's same thing in college with playoffs. There's a lot of guys out there that never make it to the college playoffs. So, I mean, really, it's just you never take a day for granted, and you always appreciate what you can do.